Shalom, Ahab, Wa Baraka. First and foremost, facing the east, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Kodash, and double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers at GMS. I've been bringing out this 100% truth for the last 30 plus years. And to the sincere Akyawa Akwath, salutations. So, I got some Saturday notes. It goes into, a few things. Let's just get into it. Let's go into the book of Daniel. This Saturday, we'll just call this class Saturday notes. And somebody was asking me why I do classes in my bar. Well, on the other side of the camera, there's a glass wall, and there's an open space there where we're putting a workout room. So the thing is that you can clearly see from 40 feet away that I'm teaching a class when I teach the class, and my kids aren't allowed in here, so I don't get any interruptions. So let's get some Saturday notes. Let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 11, and start at verse 36. Daniel 11 and 36. And actually, I'd love to start way up there. Oh my gosh, all of it, the whole chapter. I should do a class on the whole chapter, but I'm going to go to verse 36. And it said, "The king shall do according to his will, and shall exalt himself, and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, which is Yahweh, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished, for that it is determined, for that is determined shall be done." So, in fact, let me read 37 also. "Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all." That sounds so familiar. He's going to do according to his will. So if you guys know, in the government, you're supposed to have a vote on things that you're going to do. Like if you're going to go bomb or steal or kidnap a world leader, bomb civilians, or if you're just going to, all these things are actually major world crimes. So, and then he doesn't get any clearance from his own people either. He just decides that he's going to do whatever he wants when he wants. This used to be sage, but then it fell apart, got to a certain point. So what is he doing? He's doing executive orders. He doesn't regard anybody else's wisdom or knowledge. He just goes by whatever he thinks is right. So that's him doing according to his will. He shall exalt himself. Now, we all know that Trump coming to tell you that he's the best at everything. He did everything first. He was the first one to figure it out. So we already know that. He magnifies himself above every god. He literally viewed himself as a god. He's putting himself, comparing himself to your guys' first president, Abraham, George Washington. It's amazing. It's amazing how much we'll put up with as not only Hellenized citizens, but just human nature, human beings all together. So now he'll prosper until the indignation be accomplished, for that is determined shall be done. So he's going to prosper until the prophecies are fulfilled, and then that's when it's going to be done. Let's jump around. Let's go, and I wanted to bring one other thing up. Even though he says that he's doing according to his will, didn't the Most High harden the Pharaoh's heart so he had full control? Let's get that. Whoops. Come on. So God hardened the Pharaoh's heart so he could accomplish his will. Exodus 9 and 12. Let's get it real quick. King James Version. And Yahweh hardened the heart of the Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had spoken unto Moses. So the Most High had full control whether he was going from the left or to the right. Okay? So let's get it. Proverbs chapter 21 and 1. The king's heart, let me get it in the King James Version. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So he hardened the heart of the Pharaoh. This guy right here over in Daniel, he thinks he's doing unto his own, according to his own will, but really the Most High is allowing him to fill himself like that so he can accomplish and fulfill these prophecies. That's all there is to it. Let's go to the book of Daniel. Let's stay in the book of Daniel and go to chapter 7. But because this king's going to do something to make you pledge your allegiance to him. So you got to understand that. He's going to want your allegiance. So let's go to, first Daniel 7 and 25, and it reads, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. He's going to want you to join him. He's going to tell you he's going to be a Christian. He's the first Jewish president. All these different things he keeps saying. He's saying whatever anybody wants to hear. But be wise, people. You can't call yourself Jewish and call yourself a Christian. I'm sorry. Even the Jewish people will have something wrong with that. They don't really like Christians. So that doesn't make sense. But he'll speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. How is he going to do that? By making laws that make it illegal to speak against anything that they say. So, and what that goes into is it's anti-Shem for you to bring out Revelations 2 and 9 and 3 and 9. Because, and most people in this day and age right now, they'll say, oh, it's you guys. So right now it's still a back and forth. But in other countries, they're trying to make it. I watched a guy get arrested for teaching the Bible in somewhere in Europe, like England or something like that. You're not allowed to just go out on the street corners and teach. You go to Israel and you try to teach in Christianity, you're bound to get lynched. And those people are supposed to be the children of the Most High. Yet, they have nothing to do with the truth. Which is really interesting that you can be a certain peculiar people, a royal priesthood, but be like the most violent alternative lifestyle of Tel Aviv people on the earth. So we're all wondering about you. That's for damn sure. We're all wondering, how is this even possible? And so maybe it's in the other book. I'm looking for this law real quick, but I think it's in one of my other notebooks. I thought it was in this one. I guess I was wrong. But let me read 25 again, and then we'll just have to move on. But yeah, they've already got laws out against us teaching the Bible and calling it hate speech is what it is. They frame it as hate speech to say certain things against certain groups. Let's put it that way. So, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. So he's changing the words of the scripture to fulfill his desires. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change the times and the laws. And they're doing that now. And on top of that, wearing out the saints, aren't they like coming in swift as the eagle flieth? I mean, dang. Let me get that real quick too. They come in Deuteronomy chapter 28 KJV. Big, and I know it's like 64 or 50 or something like that. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I'm looking for a specific one. That's and there it is. So, like I said, how are they going to wear out the saints? They're coming after us right now with ice. This is a prophecy against us. This is a prophecy. This is literally Jacob's trouble, what we're in right now. You're seeing it happen, and it's not getting any, it's getting worse. It's increasing. We told you, like we told you a while ago, we're at the beginning of Jacob's trouble. Now it's starting to increase. They shot, let's just say, a so-called white woman right in her face 3 times. And then said that she was in a rage, trying to run over the ICE agents. Now, of course, we've got all this different footage showing that they're complete liars, in your face liars. So this is, like I said, so this is a prophecy being fulfilled. So let's get it. This is Deuteronomy 28. We'll start at 48. Therefore, no, let's start at 49. Let's start at 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Oh, you guys understand English. The Mexicans don't really understand English, and we didn't understand it when we got here. And if you guys look at it carefully, this looks like what the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade looked like. They just started snatching people up. Okay? I hope you guys understand what's going on here. I hope you understand what's going on here. So, let's keep reading. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall, and so we see that all the time at this time, where I saw a little children at the park, little children at school, little children in their houses being detained and arrested by ICE, handcuffed like criminals. They put a kid in court to defend himself because there was no, come on, people. Come on. And, verse 28 and 23, and thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thy feet shall be iron. So when they're coming swift as an eagle flieth and they're oppressing us, guess what? This is how they're wearing out the saints. This is how they're wearing us out. Because they're coming after us in every direction. We have no rest. We have no rest. In fact, in the scriptures it says, there's so many that 34. That's it. Deuteronomy 28 and 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. So we're going crazy, and this is wearing us out because we can't, there's nothing we can do at this time. We're just praying that the Most High will come and get us. We're praying and everybody's crying out now. So it's not just one person crying out, it's everybody's crying out. Everybody's crying out. So let's go to the book of Revelation real quick, because what they're going to do, like I said a little earlier, is they're going to demand that we be joined to their new society. So what do they do with cattle? They mark their cattle. Let's go to Revelation. Let's get it. They mark their cattle, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Goyim. What is Goyim? It's cattle. So they're going to mark their cattle. They think that we're the Goyim. You guys know that, right? They think we're the Goyim. And they're going to get a rude awakening when they find out who the Most High has set aside to be that working class. It's not going to be the ones that have been at the bottom all this time, I'll tell you what. So Revelation chapter 13, starting at verse 14, and what does it say? It says that, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And you can go into science right now, and I mean, they're pretty much unlocking everything. I saw a guy on damn YouTube yesterday. I swear he opened up a damn portal and showed Sedona, Arizona from wherever he was at. I'm like, is this? And it was like at a certain time of day, a certain frequency, certain spot. I'm like, what the fuck? So, and these breakthroughs are the miracles that they had to do, that they had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live. And you know, I was watching a video yesterday, and they said that we are the Roman Empire. That we were almost conquered, but we came back. And we are the Roman Empire to this day. And he was talking about Europe and America. So that's the beast that had the wound by the sword but did live. So he's saying that we should make an image to this beast. We should make everybody that is going to be joined to this system. We've got to make have a way of knowing that they're part of the system. And we can't be using regular ID cards anymore because, see, anybody can steal your ID, and then now they've got it, and now they've stolen your identity, is what that's their kind of like their angle with it. We need you to be digitally subscribed to this new society. That way we can make sure we know who you are when we scan you. So, let's keep reading. And verse 15, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast that should be killed. What is the image of the beast that spoke? That's the internet. The internet speaking. And it's at the same time, it's the system that we have to live by. And anybody that doesn't follow that system, that's why I keep telling you, we got to be digitally subscribed. They got to be able to scan us. But the image that's able to speak, though, it's the internet. And then the beast system, it's the beast system. If you cannot be part of that system, then you should probably be. You're probably going to be deleted. And that's what it's trying to tell you right here. So let's keep reading. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma. Right here it says mark. But when you go into the Latin Greek, it's charagma. The word charagma means subdermal implant of a foreign object. You know, they took that definition down. I was teaching it for many years, and all of a sudden, that definition doesn't exist anymore. I wish I had the actual book it was in, because it's a subdermal implant. In other words, a foreign object placed beneath the skin. Okay? So, you must receive a mark in the right hand or in the foreheads. Now, we all know about Neuralink, and they're mass-producing Neuralink, and it's a surgery, non-surgical chip implants or something like that, so you can just put them right into you without even doing any surgery. They're just going to zap it right in there pretty much. And then they have full control. They have full control. You don't know what you're getting into yet. So we know now that he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or in their forehead. We see that happening right now. We're in the, ooh, that's the new cool thing stage. Ooh, I can never be sick again. I'll always be healthy. Really, they have full control over over your nerve system. So the next thing, you know what I mean? Like, and then they can put visions and give you memories, and they can take memories away. They can implant you with literally different memories. So you guys don't know what you're getting into. The real crazy thing that I almost got kicked off of YouTube. I don't even know if I should even bring it up again. But I know what they're like. There's a lot more to this MOTB than you guys think. The thing is that when, and the science community literally almost had me, they wanted me kicked off of YouTube for telling this. Because I put up a video and I showed it. I showed the video. I showed what they were doing exactly. And it turns out our cellular structure in our body can hold, one cell can hold more, I'm going to say more information than the supercomputers that are taking up all the fresh water. So just one of our cells out of one person on Earth. So just think what their capability is when they start doing 6G and 7G and 8G. We're at 5G now. Now they're introducing 6G. They just put 5G out. Now it's 6G, so we can have what? Artificial intelligence. That brings your Neuralink to life. That brings all of your when you get these subdermal implants, it's going to make them work. They don't work right now on a 5G. You keep having problems with them. Well, guess what? That means that they can turn it off or on whenever they want to and blame anything they want to. But our cellular structure can hold more information. One of our cells, not 10, that's what we've got billions of cells in our body. One of our cells can hold more information than a supercomputer. So what do you think they're really doing, guys? They're trying to turn us into the data storage units for whatever they're doing. They're trying to use our cellular structure for that. And so it goes into more, so they have full control. That's why I say this, Mark, buy, sell, or trade. That's the cover story. Yeah, we're not going to let you buy, sell, or trade until we can take over your whole fucking body. We're going to take over your body. We're going to control how you think, how you live, how you eat, how you drink, how you sleep, everything about you, every aspect of you. And that's what you guys aren't seeing. They already got it. If we can see it, that means they've had it for 50 years. At least 50 years. So if they're giving up some information, they've already had that information. They've already had that technology years, decades before they showed us. So we know that he's going to cause everybody to receive this. And verse 17 it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name, or the number of his name. And every time I say, save he that has the mark, so the people that collect the mark, or the name, or the number of his name. I feel like this name and number of his name are the people on that other side that are pushing that mark out to you. But there's going to be people that have to be marked, and then there's going to be people that don't have to be marked. Those elites aren't taking all the karagma. They're not doing Neuralink. That's all for the little guinea pigs out there. And then when they perfect it, then when it's a perfection, they'll make a version for themselves to make themselves like a superhuman. So I'm just wondering how far the Most High is actually going to let all this go. How far is he really going to let them get? That's the question I have. And I laugh, I smirk, and I grin, and I giggle under my breath sometimes thinking, these guys ain't going to make it. There's no way he's going to let them make it. So let's keep reading. And 17 again, and no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, the karagma, the subdermal implant. So they're gonna present it to you that, hey man, you're gonna have to take this thing because see, society is changing. So if you're not digitally subscribed to the new society, you won't be a part of the new society. You won't be able to live in your house. You won't be able to put gas in your car. You won't be able to have a driver's license. You won't be able to drive on the road. You won't have anything. And if you try to have something, they're going to take it from you because they're going to say you're not digitally subscribed, so you have no right to anything. Let's go to the book of Revelation. I think you guys get the point. Chapter 20. And let's go to verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon. I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given to them. And I saw the souls of them which were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark, the charagma, upon their foreheads, or in their hands. Not right or left. Most people are right-handed, so it said right hand, but here it clearly states hands, either one. And they lived and reigned with Yahushai 1,000 years. Did you guys hear that? So I had to read that really slow, because the thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given to them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded. So these people are reigning with the Most High. The point that I'm making here is the people that had not received the mark upon their foreheads or in their hands are going to reign with Yahushai. They're going to reign. Well, let me read it. Reign with Yahushai 1,000 years. Verse 5. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. And this is the first resurrection. So you guys got to understand, we're about to get saved up out of this place. And ain't nobody going to be with us for a long time when he comes and gets us. And I'll show you what's going to happen to you guys. Since you guys don't want to follow instructions, we're getting saved. And I'll show you exactly how that is too. Let me get that really quick, and then we're going to show you what's going to happen to you guys. We're going to get saved. Revelation and 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So, and that goes into that. So, I just realized something when it said the 3.5 days were up, and then in the book of Daniel, it says a time, and the dividing of times. And that means 3.5 days. Or 3.5 years, actually. So, just side note there. Just a side note. So, it then in verse 11, it says after the 3.5 days. That's talking about 350 years. So, it's interesting how he's using the 3.5 a lot. Not a lot, but it's referred to more than once is what I just noticed. Sorry, I just noticed that while I was reading, like, you know what, that, and so that's just a whole different thing for a different time. But let's go back into it. Verse 12, again, because I said we were going to be saved, but you guys are not going to be saved. And then we're going to reign with the Most High for 1,000 years. So let's see what it says. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Okay? So the people that don't receive that mark are going to be saved, and it says they're going to reign with Yahushai. Right here it says that, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither, and they ascended into heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So not only are we going to go up into the cloud, but they're going to fucking watch. Physically see this happen. Man, I really messed up this sage. Man, this sage got, like, it's seen better days. Let's just say that I should have bought some more yesterday when I was at the store. Got this bodega I found a bodega. I live out in the middle of the desert, 20 miles from anything. There's a bodega selling sage and frankincense. I was like, are you serious? Somebody in my neighborhood has a Ben Israel name too, which is crazy because I live out in the middle of nowhere where there's really just nobody. So to see that, it's pretty cool. So we know that the Most High is going to come and save us, is what the point of that is. The Most High is going to come and save us. And I told you that I'm going to show you what's going to happen to the people that received the mark. Because these are the people that didn't receive the mark. Okay, we got the people that didn't receive the mark. They got saved. They ascended up into heaven. These are the righteous 1/3 Israelites that didn't receive the mark, that followed the instruction. There's more than one thing you have to do. If you haven't figured it out by now, you're not studying. There's more than one thing you have to do to get in the kingdom. And receiving the mark, that is an instant. It's like jumping off a cliff without, or jumping out of an airplane without a parachute, pretty much. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. So if you receive the mark, it's like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute and still trying to get into the kingdom. You're not going to make it. You're just going to splat. And so, going back over into Revelation chapter 14, let's find out what happens to the people that do receive the mark. So these are the people that are decided it would be okay to follow the beast, to worship the beast and his image. So let's see what it says. It says, Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture, into a cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So the point is, without getting into the holy angels and the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai and the prophets, but the point is everybody that receives that mark, that charagma, that subdermal implant of a foreign object, it says that anybody that does that, he's going to the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of Yahweh. So, like, if I were to take one of these bottles back here, and a glass, and one of the bottles, let's just say, and I pour this, and I fill it up, and I decide, oh, no, I'm not going to use a soda for a chaser, because that'll dilute it. I need it to be as strong as possible. So now I've got this shot right here, as strong as possible. So when it's poured out, it's burned in my throat, because it's the full wrath of the shot. In other words, he's going to give you the full strength of his anger. The full strength. I don't think I want to be here. I don't think I want to be here to see that, because in Revelation in chapter 11 and verse, I think it's verse 13, it literally tells you how bad it is that even the people that were saved were scared, giving grace and giving glory to Yahweh. So, in fact, I'll go back to that really quick. Even the people that were saved, the wrath of his anger, even the people that were saved were scared. And let me prove it. So go back to Revelation chapter 11 and go to verse 13. And the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant, these are the people that were saved, that remnant I was talking about, were affrighted. They were scared. And for all you ignorant people, they were scared as fuck, man. Okay? They were scared. They were freaked out. And gave glory to Yahweh of heaven. So I know what I'm talking about. So believe me, when you talk about the wrath of his, the full wrath of his anger, you guys don't understand. It's going to be so powerful that even the people that get saved are going to be freaking out. God damn, oh, thank you, God, for saving me. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. So just remember that. Let's get another precept real quick. Let's go to Revelation chapter 16. We're about to shut this down. I was supposed to be a short class. I don't know how short it is, but 16 and start Revelation chapter 16, start from the top. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. And what's really crazy is, you guys don't know, your bodies have a natural system that want to reject this thing. So it starts building up cells around it, and what it's doing is this thing is causing cancer and pus and all kinds of weird shit to come out. So, I'm going by videos that I've watched in the past. There's also a video of an older so-called black woman who was in front of Congress saying that she wanted the MOTB. She had a charagma, subdermal implant, and she wanted it removed. She said about every 5 seconds, it's like if somebody were to take your genitalia and squeeze it as tight as they could. And that's how it's felt ever since this subdermal object was placed in her skin, and they refuse to remove. Oh, we can't remove it. It's too close to our nerve now. So she's in agony. She's in great pain. So the Most High ain't joking around. These things are actually happening to the people. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And so, and he says he's going to put a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast. And she said she could hear it and feel it all through her body. So it just totally lines up. And wait until they mass produce it and put it in everybody. You got all these different brands too. All these different labels. Who's the best? Who's the worst? Consumer report. It's crazy. And that's what you guys would be more invested in, is consumer reports and price, instead of the scriptures that are telling you, I'm going to kill you when you put that in your body. Straight up. Let's go over to Revelation chapter 19. We're about to close out. Revelation 19 and 20. And it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. Beautiful, beautiful. So it shows you that the people are going, that fire, that lake of fire is when they shoot those nuclear weapons. And it shows you that these people are going to stay behind and receive that lake of fire and brimstone, which happens to be modern day, all of the nuclear warheads that they're getting ready to shoot at each other. And what Trump just did, speaking of nuclear warheads, this is very interesting. He wants to put it on automated. You fuck up, it shoots. No questions asked. Nobody can say no, stop. It just straight up. He, boom, pushed they say you fucked up. I don't even think there has to be a button push. It's going to be completely automated. You make the wrong move, it starts shooting nuclear weapons at your country. So it's really going down. It's really going down. And it says the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought the miracles before him. So all of you false prophets, which I consider not only to be the camps and the churches and the Muslim mosque or whatever they have, but also the government who have lied to you the whole way through, prophesying false prophecies and then fabricating prophecy that they engineer themselves. Remember that. So he's taken all them out. And anybody that had received the mark of the beast, he is going to destroy you. He's going to destroy you. He's going to destroy you. We're going to be taken up into the kingdom. And what's going to happen to you guys is that when these nuclear weapons are going to hit, that's the metaphor for being cast into the lake of fire alive. Daniel chapter 12. And then Daniel chapter 12 and 10. Many shall be purified and be made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. You guys are literally going to be doing consumer reports. You're going to be trying to figure out which one's the best, which one, though. This one has glitches. I heard this one was really good. This brand's not so great. So that's what you guys are really going to be into in the beginning. So that's why it says that none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. The wise are going to understand. And to be purified and made white doesn't mean that's, ooh, I love it when you Mormons and you Christians try to say it's like, we're white. You guys made that shit up in the 1800s or 1600s or something like that. Being white and black. That shit's all made up. Being made white in the Bible, according to Scripture, to be made white means to be made righteous, to be made set apart, to be made purified. In other words, to be forgiven of your sins. Many shall be forgiven of their sins and tried. Sirach 2 and 5. For gold. Gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Well, how can you tell when the gold has been refined? When the goldsmith can see his reflection in the gold. In other words, when you're reflecting the Most High's work, you've been tried and now you're golden. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So the wise, we're not going to let these guys, and it tells you that there's only a few wise men out there. Because it tells you clearly in Scripture, if at any wise, they would fool the very elect. Let's get it. Matthew 24 and 24. It says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. The wise will understand because we can't be deceived. The Most High has already marked us since the beginning of fucking time. You guys are doomed. We told you. We don't really care. And that's the thing about these real prophets out here, don't really care at this point. Just how you don't care, and then you're all pissed off because we don't care whether you make it or not. We're not here for that. It's like the mailman don't give a shit whether you pay your bills. He's just putting the mail in the mailbox. I don't care whether you receive the message or not. I'm just delivering the message at this point. The only people I care about are the ones that wake up. If you wake up, then I truly care because it's like, wow, the Most High was working with you the whole time. The whole time he was right there with you. I know that feeling because the Most High's been with me. When there's all kinds of shit I shouldn't have made it out of, I'm starting to wonder what is it that he wants from me, because I've been completely, truly blessed just to be here, just to be struggling week to week, day to day, minute to minute, just like everybody else. Always looking over my shoulder. I haven't worked in 6 months. I got fired from my job 6 months ago. I've been working for myself ever since. And you know what? The Most High made all that happen. I couldn't do that. I didn't try to get fired. I was trying to survive. I thought, oh no. And for 6 months, with all of my bills and everything, we're still here. So I know what a blessing feels like. So let's get it. Revelation chapter 22 and 12. Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So the Most High is coming quick. We can all see the wave. We can see the wave swelling. There's no running from it at this point. You can't go to a different country and not be affected by what's happening. The whole world is affected by what's happening right now. So just remember this. In these last days, your reward is according to your works. So be wise, because if you're foolish, you're going to end up checking the consumer reports and seeing which one of these subdermal implants are best, because you got to be digitally subscribed to this new society, but you want the best possible plan. Oh shit, what did they charge you for monthly? What if they charge you monthly to have that charagma, and that it can't just be your digital ID? No, you gotta subscribe and pay. Huh? There's so much. There's so much they can do with this. So if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, I really hope you got something out of this message. Keep your eyes open, people. They're doing it. They're doing what they want, when they want, where they want, at the times they want, and you've got to understand that we're only here warning you. If you haven't received the warning yet, you probably never will. And with that being said, shalom.